Kundalini is life force energy. That's the energy that has been in any one of us since we were born. People in different cultures call it different things. In India, they call it prana. In China, they call it chi. Christians call it Holy Spirit. What energy does not care at all is what we call it.
Noushin is a radiation oncologist who is now doing holistic treatments. Kundalini Awakening Process is a process where you capture the Kundalini energy and she is able to have other people receive the Kundalini energy.
It's a divine energy. It's super intelligent. It does not come from outside of you, it's inside of you. But for most of us, whether it's conditioning from being raised or whatever is happening in our lives, is dormant. It's there, but it's not really awakened. So with this process of Kundalini Activation Process, or CAP, we wake it up. When you wake it up, you surrender to the energy, you don't suppress it. Now, the energy, which is super intelligent and knows you very intimately, knows exactly where your blocks are, what you need, and not only that, what is that you can handle at this moment. I may need a lot of things. I can't take them all at once, like my system had to adjust. So what you see me doing as people are lying down and listening to music, I'm basically transmitting energy. I will be a conduit for the energy, and the energy moves me. When I touch people's chakras or their meridians, this is not Noushin decided, oh, let's do this. This is not a logical, rational process. This is a very intuitive process. Sometimes the energy, the movement of energy in me during the sessions is so intense that is almost breathtaking.
It was a chance to not only reconnect with myself and be with myself, but also discover myself more in others, including my partner, Wendy.
For me, this was my 7th CAP with Dr. Hart. They get more intense. I feel like each one is different. The thing that I got from it the most was the ability to look into another person's eyes, especially my partner, and see myself, and then also see another reflection in that.
So that was one of the main focuses of this weekend.
They definitely found calmness and decreased stress, a better understanding of themselves, and also their ability to deepen their connection with each other and their relationship.
But the bottom line, simple thing that the energy does is raises your vibrations. Everything is energy, including us. When CAP raises your vibration, you effortlessly switch to high vibration stuff. As a physician, I'm not going to sit here and make a claim that CAP is a medical practice, is going to cure your diseases. Just talking, when you change your vibration, when CAP raises your vibration to higher, disease doesn't match your new level of vibration. Health matches. So yes, people physically get better. People get emotionally better, like me. People get mentally better. And what happens in the session is the least important. What happens in your life outside of CAP session is the most important. I am, by education, a radiation oncologist. In Iran, when you finish medical school, you can practice as a family practitioner. And I did 7 years of that. I quite honestly got bored with seeing sore throat and earache and cold. I am a type of person that needs challenges and wanted to enter a field that keeps me on my toes. It keeps changing all the time, new information comes, and we do things every year differently. And for me, that was oncology. But what I consider myself is a healer. I use different modalities. Radiation oncology is allopathic medicine, but I offer 2 other modalities as complementary modalities to allopathic medicine, not alternative. What got me from oncology into the other modalities that I offer right now is my own healing journey. When I was doing my internship, I started having insomnia. Part of it was because I was working 36 hours in a row, to be clear, from 7 a.m. today until 7 p.m. tomorrow, straight, without any rest. I was very overstimulated and couldn't sleep. I thought I'd go to a psychiatrist and tell them, just give me a pill, as we were taught in medical school, and I'll be fixed. I went to a psychiatrist and she put a questionnaire in front of me. Have you ever been sexually abused? I was 34 years old, and that was the first time ever I told anybody, yes, I have been sexually abused. And I thought, well, you know, they wanted a piece of information. I didn't make any connection between that and my insomnia. And she gave me a pill. 3 months later, I was supposed to go to St. Louis for my residency. And she told me, you need to find a psychologist in St. Louis because minimum you need 7 years of therapy. I'm like, what? Therapy for what? I'm okay. Because when she asked me about my sexual abuse, I was talking like I'm describing a movie, like zero emotions. They were so deeply suppressed that I had no emotion attached to all these gross things I was describing, right? And that's when my 30-year journey of psychotherapy began. As those suppressed emotions came up, so did depression, so did PTSD, and my insomnia continued. If anything, things got worse. And I started with a very low dose of antidepressant in 1999. Gradually, the doses were up. Then I had to take medication for anxiety and, you know, whatever. My body kept developing tolerance towards these medications. And then I started getting side effects of medication. And I got to a point about 5 years ago that I was like, I don't want to live like this. I had no peace in my life. Could not sleep. It was a nightmare 24/7. And that is when my journey into other modalities began. And I started with plant medicine, ayahuasca. I did 4 ceremonies of ayahuasca, which was quite eye-opening. Whether I manifested it or universe was really nice to me, CAP and MAP showed up in my social media. And I was so desperate at that point that if you told me, I'm going to give you this bottle of poison, you drink it, you're going to sleep tonight, I'm like, yes, give it to me. I want to sleep. Anything would do. So I was like, yes, do CAP, MAP, whatever. I don't need data. I'm not even going to Google it, just show it to me. That's how it started, and it was very helpful because both MAP and CAP, especially CAP, require a lot of surrendering and very little of expectation. And because I have failed so many modalities, I didn't have hope in any new modality. I'm like, okay, I have no expectation, that's good. And I surrendered because I've been forced to surrender. I don't have any other option. I'll try it. So that's how I did these things. And 6 sessions of MAP neutralized my childhood trauma when 30 years of therapy and high doses of medications had not done that. And that is when I'm like, no, this is really exceptional. I have not seen anything so efficient and so effective in my entire medical practice. I need to become a practitioner.
With any of the energy work, my experience is if you have a feeling of feeling full of energy. You feel expansive and you feel like you have more energy within your own system, but at the same time you have a sense of peace and calmness. I think that's the internal discernment that we all have, that if we are able to pay attention to that, then we can be in alignment, and there's a sense of calmness and peace when you are able to do that.